Hello, it's Whitetiff again. I wanted to give you a nice little short tutorial on how to add a customer. Where this might seem something that is standard that you should already be able to grasp, it is very easy to add your customers, but there are definitely different ways to add the customer, and I'll give you those here in a short tutorial. On your left, go to the sales navigation, go to customer, and let's add a new customer. See. And let's call her Jane Doe. And Jane works for, let's say, Happy Trails. We don't know what Jane does, but that just sounds like a good name for her business. In the display name, you can have her come up as the business name, her first and last name, or her last and first name. Down here, we're going to give her an address of, she's going to have the same address as other customers that are test. Please do grab the email. Because most of your transactions are going to go by email inside of your account. Here is if she is a Subcaste customer. If she is billed underneath or with a parent customer, say it is a subsidiary of another business that you're just billing a certain department or such, you can do so here where you can bill it with the parent or you can bill to the customer by itself. I do not utilize this function on a regular basis, but it is handy to have if you do start having kind of a drill down of your customers. Let's go back over here to this section where it says address. We're going to go to the notes. This is just a general place to keep some notes regarding this client for yourself. Tax information, if they are an exempt business, then you want to put the exempt details in here so that they are on file. Payment and billing, this is where you can set up the payment and billing methods, but I do prefer to do it inside the actual transactions first because a lot of recurring bills, you can add it in there and then it pulls it together. It's just multiple ways that QuickBooks Online can have you add the information, but if you want to get it all done one fell swoop, this is the place to do it and you're able to just have it done and you'll be able to utilize the information. So if you have it, you enter the credit card information and I hit none because I allow the actual item I'm working on be its own preferred delivery method and change it within the invoice or the sales receipt. Terms, if they are a net 15, if they're due a net 15, due a net 30, or if they're due on receipt and there is no opening balance. This is a good place to have a copy of their exemption status. If you do have a copy of that, the documents that back the exemption status, this is a good place to attach those there. So let's save Jane Doe. And let's go in to create a transaction for her, an invoice, and I'll show you where you can change or you can add a new customer here. If you go to add a new customer inside the actual invoice or estimate or sales receipt, this is where you're going to do it. If you hit save, it's only going to save the name of the customer. That will not prompt you for additional details. If you do have the additional details and you want to get it in so that you're not hunting for it at a different point in time, and I do suggest you do it this way, just push the add details and go through the items as they were. This brings up the same screen, but it will populate it for this transaction only. It will not necessarily populate it for all of them. You have to make sure that you go in and double check your item, or I'm sorry, your customer, to make sure that they have the information if you do not establish it the original way that I showed you at the beginning of this tutorial. I do not want to add him there. I want to X out. Yes. And that's how you add a customer. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day and put as many customers in as you can so you have new customers waiting to use your service or your product or to be billed at a certain date, and you are running your business. I'll talk to you soon.